politics of the industry, and when they think that I'm stupid, and they did this to me the year that I went to rehab and I lost my dad. How horrible is that? They did it when they knew that I had no idea what was going on with music. And they were taking advantage of me. They released a song, Sony Records, when I was in rehab in December. Don't Say Goodbye was released. And they were so stupid at it that they were like purposely trying to like ruin the relationship, that Sony Records released Don't Say Goodbye with just the instrumental. Actually, the TV track. Which means there's no verses and just the hooks are there. That's what they did to me. Like, that's not okay. And I will not let that go by the wayside at all. Awesome shit.
Some milk for him.
I will hurry up.
I know.
I know how he gets.
Okay, I know.
Just take him down with you. Just take him down with you, please. Take him down with you, babe, please.
Well, no, I'm just kidding. Right here. I have this milk right here. You sure know you're hungry. You're a hungry boy.
So I want to come on and say one thing to some people. I am being retitled on BMI by my co-producer who did my project with me, Love. And Steve Zapp and Sony Records are fucking me over.
Sorry, everyone.
Steve Zapp and Sony Records are fucking me over.
Sorry.
By doing all this.
It's okay, Maya's getting milk. Sorry, guys.
Oops. I meant to put that up. Yes, right here. There it is. So, my video is blocked because the content is owned by Sony Music Entertainment. So Sony is blocking me in this country, all these countries.
Okay, Bubba.
All of these countries. 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 And more. All off of the Love album. So Steve Zapp and Sony Records. Well, it says SME, so Sony Music Entertainment. When everybody knows that I produced my music, like, this is almost kind of like some weird Taylor Swift shit. But it's not gonna work, fellas. Sony Records, it's not gonna fucking work. Alright, you're not gonna touch me with a fucking 10-foot pole. Alright? This is exactly why Michael Jackson told me not to sign with you. 2, I'm gonna sue you guys. I'm gonna sue Steve Zapp. Steve Zapp, you can be prepared for a lawsuit. Okay? Sony Records, you can be ready for a lawsuit. You have me blocked in every single country in the world on my Love album that I produced and wrote. And y'all wasting your time. Cancel them. Dude, no one cares about your music. Dude, no one cares about what you have to say. They care about what I have to say. That's why they're here. That's why you're gone now. Poof, be gone. You can't afford a lawyer. Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, people are so negative still. That's all you guys do every day. It's so sad.
They just have mental illnesses or they're drug addicts. So anyway, as I was saying before, I was really interrupted. Someone said, can't sue, you signed your rights away. You saw my contract? Sounds like there's a conspiracy law being broken here. Isn't there? There's a conspiracy law being broken. The Black Web documentary just got 10 times better. It's going to become episodic. I wrote all of that shit. I put the team together. I produced it, co-produced the whole record, co-wrote the whole record, executive produced it, put 150 grand of my money, directed my videos. Nobody believed in me. I released it on Rackus Records. They stole it from me, all right? And they gave me a fucking $60,000 advance, all right? Is it a standard contract? No, it's not a standard contract. It's a fuck you contract, and we're going to fuck you over type of contract. I'm not stupid. I've been in the industry a long time. It's called retitling, okay? So you guys can think you know what you're talking about. Just shut the fuck up and listen. If you don't like it, move on, all right? This is illegal. It's illegal. And they don't expect people such as myself to even know, and it's not their job to tell you. But if you look at
very heartbreaking news, the former child star Hilton and Carter, who released a 3 times platinum album at the age of 13 years old, was found dead on Saturday at the age of 30. For such a very young man, the musician was discovered on Saturday morning at his house in Lancaster, California, according to what has been posted and released by the online news media site TMZ, who first reported the news. And we also got a copy of those news. That's why we are broadcasting it to you. Carter, best known for his breakthrough LP Aaron's Party, Come Get It, and singles like That's How I Beat Shaq and I Want Candy, was the young brother of the Backstreet Boys, a very popular band in the late 1990s, early 1990s, and the early 2000s. Nick Carter, who got his start opening for the Assemble before appearing on programs like Lizzie McGuire and Seeing the World on his own. His death comes as fans across the internet and famous faces alike are actually coming out to mourn the loss of such a very talented young man. And they came out on social media and actually paid tributes and sent in a couple of messages of condolences to the family, friends, and fans who are really very much devastated, according to what we can see on social media. And we all know they're going through a very tough time. Fame at a young age is always very, very tough. More often than not, it's a blessing. Actually, it's not a blessing, but it's really very, very horrible, because we've all seen it before. History has taught us that so many young celebrities, when they grow up, they always suffer from depression, they always suffer from mental health related issues, and surviving is always not easy. So this takes us to what Diane Warren shared on Twitter and said, fame at a very young age is often more than a curse than a blessing, and surviving it is not very easy. According to the songwriter Diane Warren, who shared this emotional tribute via Twitter, and she said, R.I.P. Hilton Carter. As for those who knew Carter personally, the One Tree Hill actor Tyler Hilton has also actually come out to send a message of condolence, saying that it's really very heartbreaking, and knowing Carter for years and talking to him a few weeks ago. We toured together in 2019. It's really very devastating. R.I.P. the legend. So we all know Aaron suffered from mental health related issues, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and so many of that stuff. So we always encourage everyone to seek medical attention whenever he or she is feeling a bit of depression, a bit of mental health related issues. So always seek for medical help, because it usually helps to speak out to the medical personnel, or to speak up to those who are close to you. In this interview we've just seen, he actually got more problems when his co-producer actually decided to steal some of his contents, his work. Recently he also had issues when his girlfriend actually tried to separate from him, and then also she tried to defame him. So the man was really going through a very tough time. But all we can do is to send prayers to the family, friends, and everyone who was really close to him. Rest in power, the king.